Rain Slave is back, guys. For any new subscribers, if you guys remember back in, like, I think it was May, we were supposed to go to Key West and we were gonna drive the Rain Slave, and we had a dash fire about 2 hours before we left, so we didn't go, and it melted the wiring harness from the dash all the way to tail lights. So one of my dad's really good wiring buddies fixed it up, so it's been gone for like 7 weeks. He's been working on it just on the side. So anyway, Rain Slave's back, and it rained today, so that's good because I drive that car when it rains. And here are Alex's fenders for his Cobra, all cleaned up. Even the insides got washed. And doing this, you're getting all the debris off, all the mud and everything, which is results in a better paint job. So the cleaner you get the parts, the better the paint job will turn out. Brent sanded on the Cobra front bumper. Little damage here, a little mud right there. It's been painted, I think 3 or 4 times actually. Had a couple runs in it down here in the nostrils. Big ass holes in the front for a license plate. Here's a frame for the Buick right there. That's a brand new one. I don't know how Jeff found that. He found a brand new big block 69 frame that had never had a car on it, so it was basically like NOS. And then he put the rear end, and you know, he got it powder coated and all that stuff. So anyway, the Buick's getting the last trunk area welded in, and then it will be set down on its frame for good. So anyway, this is the first day we've been back in the shop, and I've been grinding and welding on Alex's SN95. So almost finished here. So right now I got the last piece. I need to drill a couple holes so I can make some more welds, but that's gonna go in there like that and complete it. So I'm gonna weld all this, and then I'm gonna skim some of these with some mud just so it looks smooth and you can't tell. And then I gotta box this shock tower up a little bit, and then we're gonna throw a patch from like here to here. This side's pretty bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as the driver's side. And then we're gonna prime it, paint the engine bay, put the 95 Cobra engine back in, and then we can do the turbo kit, get it running, and then we're gonna paint the rest of it. So we've been getting quite a few more subscribers, so I appreciate the support. You know, it takes a lot of work to actually film everything like we do, and I'll continue doing it as long as you guys give us support and give us likes and good feedback and stuff like that. So we'll be back after I get some welding done. So here's my welding right here. I did this yesterday, and Alex actually stopped by, and he was prepping his brakes. So I got some more grinding. I got one more patch right here. It's just a lot of welding, and it was hot yesterday. I probably welded and grinded for probably 4 hours straight, 4 or 5 hours straight. So it just wore me the hell out. So I got this side all patched up. Then the K-member bolts, let me see here real quick. Let me get this out. So we got this here, and here's a good K-member bolt. So that'll slide straight up, and that's gonna hold the K-member in. So anyway, I'm gonna probably seam seal this in mud just a little bit to make it smoother. Same thing on this side, since I went all the way down the frame right there. And then it'll be cleaned up, and then I gotta patch this side. I'm not cutting the whole frame out because it's not needed. And then we will be putting Alex's drivetrain back in, as you all saw in the video, which a lot of you all liked because it's got like 4,000 views within the last week, which is really good. It's one of the most popular videos. I didn't think that video was that good. So thanks for watching that one. Here's Project Notch. I know you guys are getting on me for this motherfucker, but I gotta get customer cars done first. This will probably be continued in the winter. Got the coilover still on there, the Cobra brakes, Avalanche Gray Shade Bay. If you guys don't know what this is, you'll need to watch some earlier videos. Brent's just showed back up. So anyway, we got Babs in here. And then back here, I'm actually doing the brake calipers, so. Alright, so I was finishing up Alex's car yesterday. We got all the new plates welded in, seam sealed, and then I like kind of like a rubber coated rhino liner thing in the black like that, just so it looks neater. Welded the new lower core support on. I did my first prime on the shock towers after I did all the mud work. So I didn't really film any of that. It was just so dusty and time consuming. I didn't really have time to do that. Here's the other side. So K-member bolts right here. Nice and good. Got Brent over here putting on the tan hat on the 96 Brighter Lane Blue Cobra. So he's been at it for about 3 hours total already. Takes a long time. You got to set it out in the sun so all the wrinkles come out as you're putting it on. So we'll probably got another day of putting it on. We did get the black or the back glass with defrost because the plastic ones are suck, so don't do it. So how's it going, Brent?
So far it's actually fitting really well. Late model resto makes a good product, and they've actually got like markings everywhere, so everything kind of lines up. But you do kind of just got to double check it, because you never know if your frame honestly is going to be off in the car, because it can be adjusted left and right. So there's just certain marks that you've got to line up, and honestly it's not too bad.
And we've had someone bring in like a cheap one where they were trying to be really cheap, and they had no marks. We actually had to cut ourselves, and it sucked. We just told the dude we weren't going to do it. He wanted to be cheap, and then it cost us more time, and we just decided we weren't going to do it because we're not going to cut and then guess where it's supposed to be. So late model, the brand that they use is everything's pre-cut, and it's all marked for you to show you exactly where staples and the center should be, which is awesome. So we'll probably get more of this later. It is getting pretty cool outside now because it's fall now, so we'll have to set this out in the sun pretty soon. So anyway, I painted some stuff last night in the paint booth, so we're gonna go in the paint booth. Alright, so I got Alex's hood for his Cobra painted real red, and I talked to him real quick about it, and I was like, hey, I'm just going to paint the inside of yours black, and he was really excited, so we went ahead and did that, and as you can see, it turned out awesome. It looks kind of orange in the video, I guess because of the lighting and my settings on the camera, but it's real red, and this is a really good under hood cut in, so it doesn't have to be perfect. The black was pretty rough areas. I mean, not only that, you can see some dirt nibs, but it's under the hood. Once it's up in the air, when you open your hood and stuff, you're not going to see any of that. Plus, it's under the hood. It doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't like a SEMA car, but it's pretty slick in my book. So went ahead and taped up the studs for the hood where you bolt it down to the hinges. If you don't do that, you're gonna have to rethread them, and or you can end up breaking them off or just twisting this completely where it just keeps spinning. So always tape those up if you're gonna paint the underside of the hood. Of course, this is probably gonna get chipped up when we shut it a couple times, but I think it turned out good. He'll be stoked about it. Now we have to let it dry for probably another day, and then we're gonna turn it over. The other side's all primed, and then we'll paint the top side of the hood real red. And then we got the stock 9495 Cobra, just Mustang rear bumper, and then we got his front bumper that had a bunch of holes and stuff in it. So we'll be painting that batch next. Maybe oh, here's the scoops for the hood right here, and then the side skirts. We gotta do the rest of the lower side skirts off as well. So I don't know what I'm gonna try to paint the engine bay today, and then I don't really know what else we're getting into, so we'll just figure that out as we go.